This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hi everyone. Good morning, all.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Welcome to Career IT. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
you see like who joined. So before I proceed to the demo, right? So I would like to have a little bit of introduction about you yourself, right? Just a brief about 2 lines, like what's your name, where are you working, are you a student, are you trying to switch a job? Anything is fine, right? Just this will spend 5 minutes of time. We'll move on from the demo, fine? Just 5 minutes. Anyone would like to. There's no compulsion, no forceful. Just matter of 5 minutes. Fine. Anything. Your introduction, right? Just 2 minutes. Anyone would like to go.
Hi, sir.
Feel free.
I'm Sainath Reddy. I'm from Hyderabad, and I take Devops Azure, and I'm a student, sir.
Okay, great, wonderful. Thank you. Anyone else would like to go?
Hi everyone. This is Shweta. I'm from Canada, and I have total 9.5 years of IT experience into integration and IBM tools. I am interested in cloud, so I would want to explore more on that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yes, sir. This is Ravikiran from Hyderabad. I am working on .NET developer. I have to try to these classes.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Sai Kumar. I am from United States. I have experience in VMware, but I was interested in cloud, so that now I was in the training. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, fine. Anyone else would like to go? Okay, fine. No worries. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Uh, my name is Sagar. I'm the trainer for this Devops and Azure. So just a moment, guys. There's a call from Institute. Okay, fine. Sorry for that. So my name is Sagar. I'm the trainer for this DevOps in Azure. So I'll be training you completely end to end this course. Coming to my experience, I have total 11 years of experience in this IT field. So I started my career somewhere around 2011. Okay, as an intern to Wipro, Bangalore. Then from there I started my career. I was in Cochin. Okay, I was in Cochin, Kerala, for around 2 years, working with TCS. Then I moved to a company called Ultimatric, which is in Chennai. Then finally I moved to a company called Mastercard. So currently I'm working for a company as Mastercard. I'm the lead there. I lead 10 people under me. So I'm a working professional. I train here. So we have multiple batches here. We train for consultancy people in the early in the morning, right? Then we also have students who are passed out in the last year who are learning in US, Canada, right? People learn from there. And then we have regular batches like you guys have joined, right? So they're like separate batches which you take here. Okay, I am like a trainer here who teaches this cloud and DevOps completely. So I also provide you end-to-end guidance for your interviews, okay, your projects, what are the projects you wanted, right, as part of the internship, etc. things. So I'll be covering that part. So that's overall brief about myself. So before I go into the agenda, this is today's agenda where we'll be having your DevOps with Azure, okay, where we'll be having introduction to DevOps overview, cloud computing, Azure cloud engineering, industries using DevOps and cloud, accelerating career in DevOps and Azure. So these are like in the main part is this one, guys. You have to more concentrate here. Okay, doesn't matter the person is experienced, the person is fresher, or the person is moving from a non-technical to technical. Doesn't matter. So main thing is this, because you have to see the roadmap. So don't worry about the journey will you'll be in the right journey. I'll drive you to the right journey to you, but main thing is worry about what if after the course, what is my journey. So from there you worry about the course journey. I'll be driving you after the course, what is that journey which you have to drive. That is what you have to worry about. So I'll drive you all these things. So before I take you to this entire demo, okay, I would like to have little bit of prerequisite so that things will be clarified for people. So very first, guys, most okay, I see like some of the people are already working here, some of the people are fresher. So very first thing, remember that DevOps is one of the digital course. Okay, DevOps with Azure, you're learning a cloud or DevOps, it's one of the digital course. That means even if you search in Google, around the top 5 digital courses, one of the courses is this one. And why I'm saying time and patience, because this DevOps and Azure has a lot of demand in the market, and also has a lot of weightage in terms of your in terms of a work in when you go for a company, because there's a lot of salary given to it, lot of demand is there, and there are multiple position right now. Because if you're seeing like lot of openings are coming for Azure. Okay, if you search in LinkedIn Naukri, right, you just put your resume as Azure, you'll get n number of calls for Azure. Okay, because Microsoft Azure is from, okay, where this is mostly like the cloud which you have is mostly like this cloud is all over the world, but the currency or the pricing of the Azure is compared to less compared to any other cloud in the market. Okay, so Azure is charging very very less, and a lot of companies are moving to Azure in terms of cost optimization. So there are a lot of openings. People are expecting people to join as a Azure admin. Okay, so Azure admin, Azure DevOps admin, or you say Azure Cloud Administration, right? So they give multiple names, but end of the day, it's like Azure with your DevOps. Fine. So time and patience, because the salary is very high. Okay, there is a lot of openings and there is a lot of growth career. It's not that career is stopping. There is a lot of positions where you're getting a lot of promotions. People are getting promoted. People are getting the jobs. People are getting a job with good salary. So have time and patience. Second thing is basic of Linux. Till now, you might guys might have worked more in Windows or somewhere, but now it's time to jump into a Linux platform, because every platform, every website, every product, every software is built on Linux, because Linux is much more secured than in Windows. Okay, even your Microsoft, which has a Windows software, also uses your Linux. Okay, Red Hat Linux, because Linux has a lot of security and people prefer this over your Windows. Then anyone is passionate to start their career can start as a DevOps engineer. And coming to basics of Linux, we will be teaching you from the scratch Linux administration, which will add a which will add a weightage in your profile. Okay, because today you go anywhere, you see that the people asking a troubleshooting of Linux, or they're asking some knowledge of Linux or good skill set of Linux. That is mandatory, because Linux is a platform. Doesn't matter it's any even it's a data science people or if it's a developer also, they are asking. Why? Because end of the day someone has to use those machines, so that machines usage is required is Linux admin knowledge. Then programming knowledge is not mandatory. We don't require programming knowledge. If already someone is a developer want to learn a DevOps, yes, it's a weightage, but we don't do any coding. Again, I'm saying, right? So graduates, undergraduates, backend developers, web developers, non-IT background people, anyone can attend this program. There is no hard prerequisite. Okay, anyone, because we have students from multiple backgrounds. Like someone is from MBA, someone is from civil engineering, someone is from someone has worked in Google Maps, someone has worked in call centers, right? Even those people, someone is from BCom background. So all these folks have joined, they're getting the jobs because openings are huge. It's all about the talent which you possess. Your background doesn't matter here. Second thing, okay, moving on, we have this course module. This is what the modules which we cover in the parts. Introduction to DevOps world is very important. Okay, as you go to the client rounds or you sit with the manager rounds, here this kind of questions will help you to understand what is the knowledge about DevOps. Okay, what is the understanding about DevOps? Okay, what are the processes we use? Okay, how do you fit a new tool into a DevOps tomorrow which comes into market? So all these things will help you here. So it will help you in terms of understanding DevOps as well as in terms of interview. Moving to second thing, Linux admin. This is the first thing which you're going to start, because this is the base. If your basics is strong, your Azure and your DevOps will go very smoothly, guys. Because if you know how to use operating system, things will be very easy. Okay, things will be very easy. So this is the base. First, we'll be starting with this one, where we'll be covering at the advanced level. Then moving on to your DevOps tools, then your Azure Cloud Engineering. Fine. And finally, we'll be going to interview guidance. Okay. We will be having in like twice a week, twice once, like uh, 2 weeks once, we'll be having some session for the interview guidance, where I'll be in between, I'll be giving a break, where we'll be covering the interview guidance, little bit of resume preparations, okay, little bit of scenario based questions. We'll be covering these things. Like we'll be having a doubt session in weekly once. Okay, if required, people have a lot of doubts, we can have a separate session for doubts and we can clarify your doubts. Fine. Then moving on, these are the 15 plus tools. Okay, in this again there are breakdowns. Some tools are additionally added here which are not here. We'll be covering those as well. Fine. Then we have 6 plus projects. So these projects are completely architecture based, guys. We'll be drawing architectures, okay, where we'll be showing you how will be the process in the company. Okay, how will be the process. We see this one, how your company does the processing, real time processing. In this, like, I have a good diagrammatic pictures also. This is a process diagram, how your flow works in a company. Okay, how do you deploy with the Ansible, how do you deploy with the Kubernetes, right? So how do you deploy with the VM based technologies? Okay, all these things are different ways. Are there, how do you do a cloud architecture? So we also have a cloud architecture in end to end infrastructure architecture, right? That also will be covering as part of this. So all these 6 diagrams will help you. This is not, so this is not done at the ending. So right after 5 tools, I'll be starting one project. Right after 6 tool, one more project will be at the 7th tool, one project. Likewise, in the middle only, you'll be doing a hands-on. So daily you'll be having 1 hour of class. In that 1 hour of class, half an hour is theory, half an hour is practical. Theory will be covering completely theoretical, drawing a diagram, explaining you, and second part will be practical. We'll be doing on the cloud. Okay, in the cloud portal, we'll be doing all the practicals, so that you'll get interview guidance plus as well as you'll be getting a hands-on knowledge. So both will be covering here, where you have a complete cloud architecture. Okay, always we are also doing a architecture level here diagrams which will draw it. So understand how the flow will be for infrastructure, how your website launches, how do you protect your network, okay, how do you open your load balancer. So all these things we have drawn a diagram, where you'll be able to see a good understanding of the real-time flow. Okay, so moving on. So we'll speak about the problem statement, taking 2 examples, and then we'll move to the cloud diagram. So this is how we draw the cloud diagram to understand the architecture, how in the real time, how your application is kept, and how do you open your website. So we'll be creating a real-time website where you can open sitting in any place. Doesn't matter you're in Canada, you're in US, you're in Hyderabad, you're in Kerala. Doesn't matter where you're sitting. I'll make sure you open this URL in your mobile. Okay. So we'll be opening this. We'll be doing this architecture, understanding end-to-end flow. Each and every concept of a different diagram. We'll be speaking about that. Let's move on from here. Okay. Then, okay, hope you guys got a syllabus, course syllabus. You might have got it. If you didn't get it, I'll give you this syllabus. End of this, he'll give you, call you, and they'll let you. You'll get this syllabus part. Okay. If you didn't receive, I'll give you that. Fine. So all your notes, running notes, whatever you have it, will be giving you. So this PPT is not shareable. Again, I'm saying we don't share this PPT. This is just for the demo purpose. So everything which we draw is in the whiteboard. We'll be drawing a diagrams using whiteboard, understanding the concept. And second thing, I'll be teaching you everything in the notepads. Okay, everything is in notepads. Everything is given in the form of your notes, so that you don't write the notes. You'll get all the notes from us. Okay, concentrate on the classes. That's it. So every batch I'll be giving notes. Okay, you see the one, the recent batch. All the batches you'll be waiting a notepads but PDF. Both I'll be giving you with the task, with your interview scenarios questions, everything is here. Fine. All that things I'll be sharing you with this detail. So you don't need to note it down, nothing. You can just take this as a download, print it out if you want, or write it in the notes. It depends upon how do you want. Any notes is written same way. Same way I'll be doing a practicals, I'll be giving you the notes. Okay. So just concentrate on the classes where you have this, what are the architectures, what is the flow, what is the concept, just concentrate there. Rest everything I'll be giving you. Fine. Move on. So this demo is very short because we have a time limitation. But moving on, I'll be teaching you all the architecture diagrams. Okay, end-to-end flows I'll be giving you. Complete flow I'll show you, technical flow. Right, explaining each and every flow. One tool will be covering one flow. So this diagram goes like this. I'll just give you a glimpse of, then I'll take you to the introduction to DevOps, fine, so that you'll get an idea what exactly we are doing here. So I'll be teaching you end-to-end flow from where a developer starts, how your task is assigned. Okay, who assigns the task? I'll give you end-to-end picture of this. Okay, so right after one diagram, I'll be attaching. I'll be creating entire flow till throughout the course. I'll be giving you entire flow. Again, when your projects comes, I'll be dividing that flows. I'll be dividing this entire flow which you have seen here into a small diagrams where you'll able to see, understand the flow and architecture, how your flow works, how your day starts, how your day ends. Okay, each and everything has a diagram, each and every tool has a diagram to understand separately, and then we'll be combining all the tools, integrating everything and creating a project. So your practicals, daily practices are separate. Your what are the projects we are doing, that is separate. Okay, everything is separately done, so that you'll get an end-to-end picture, end-to-end flow, how your flow goes, how you end the flow, right? So I'll be doing this daily, one diagram I'll be attaching. End of this course you'll be getting an entire flow here. Okay, entire flow here. Fine. Now come back. So okay, fine. So I'll just take 10-15 minutes. I'll open for question. Then I'll drive you to the next part so that you'll clarify a little bit of doubts. I'll just take 10 to 15 minutes, take a pause. I'll just go for question and answers. And then I'll drive for the next part for that, so that you can also interact with me. You can clarify your doubts. Okay. Now, what is DevOps, guys? Okay. You guys may be wondering, what is this DevOps? Why you're learning DevOps, right? So what is DevOps? Very first. So before I go to what is DevOps, I want to say why DevOps. First question I want to ask is, why do we require DevOps? Okay, just understand this one. Now, very first, let's see that before DevOps, right? Before this DevOps came in the market, we have something called build and release. Okay, if you have heard a term called build and release engineers, there was something called build and release engineers. So we were having something called a build and release engineers. Okay, build and release engineers. Okay, so build and release engineers, where traditional, in the traditional development, what happened is, before this DevOps came in the market, there was a technology called build and release which failed. That failure technology is converted into DevOps, which is the latest technology which is running the market now. What happened in this build and release is, there was something called a traditional development and traditional operations. Fine, there was something called a traditional, let's assume that there is a car manufacturing company which is using this build and release technology. Okay, which is your previously, which was a DevOps technology. Now what happens that in the traditional development, there are developers who are developing the spare part of this car, because this DevOps initially came as a process by a company called Toyota Production System. If you heard about a car manufacturing company called Toyota, your Fortuner, your Innovas, okay, all these companies which are there. So this Toyota Fortuner, which is a car manufacturing company, this manufacturing company brought this process called DevOps. Okay, and then slowly the DevOps converted into technology. How it converted into technology, I'll tell you. Before that, let's go to traditional development and operations. Okay, so this traditional development, what happens? The developers are building the spare part, and they are creating a documentation. Once the spare part is built, once the spare part is completed, a release engineer, this is called a release engineer. Before, DevOps engineer was called as release engineer. This release engineer, what is doing, he's fixing the complete spare parts and creating a car. Once the car is built, that is given to the customer, and the customer is buying, the purchasing the car and is taking it home. So imagine that the car spare part is built with developers, operation people fixed it, customer took the car. After 100 kilometers, if the car stops, what would happen? The customer will come with a bad feedback, right? Saying that I paid lakhs of amount, but the car has stopped. Okay. Now the customer who has purchased this car will give a feedback to their friends, families, their colleagues, right? That this particular car which I purchased had a problem initially. So that could be a bad feedback for company. So now, is it a mistake of a company or is it a mistake of the customer? It's obviously a mistake of a company, right? So where if this developer and operation would have worked together, okay, tested that product properly, would be a quality product. Today you see, right? Today you see the cars, what level of testing they're doing. They're crashing the car to a wall, cause something called crash test, and they're giving a score. Okay, they're giving a score whether this is the 5 star rating car or something, right? How security is. Okay, you have a child security. See today's car, a lot of features, right? Sunroof is there, you have ACs there, right? You have like a lot of sensors are there. Okay, lot of different features are there in the car. But see the olden cars, there's no that much features, right? Will you buy olden car today or will you purchase to? No. So you may possibly will be buying a new car because we have a lot of features, right? There's a lot of improvement. So what happened? This traditional development failed in the market, which is nothing but you build and release technology, and they brought something called a DevOps as a process. Where DevOps, they wanted DevOps as a practice where they wanted to bring this developer and operation to work together so that the end users customer never raises any kind of a concern. So they wanted this something called dev from development, ops from operations, and they convert a keyword called DevOps. So DevOps came as a practice. In simple terms, what is DevOps? DevOps is a practice of operation development. See this DevOps, development operation. Operation development is just participant together in the entire life cycle. Okay, right from design to the development process. That means right from building the product. For example, you build a phone. For building a phone, what do you require? You require what is the design, what is the features, what is the color, okay, what is the weight of that, how the features should look. So you plan something, right? You have a life cycle. That means you plan it that these are the features, this is the color, this is how it should be. So same way here also what happens when you build a product, a software or a website, okay, anything you build it. So you require a proper process. So that process is nothing but DevOps. So DevOps is a process, a practice, a culture of operation development, engineering partnership together in the entire life cycle, right from the designing till it goes live in the market. That is production. Right from the designing part till it goes in live on market, that complete process managed by DevOps. That means in the reality, any product you build today, it's a car, it's a TV, it's a phone, it's any product you build in the market, that requires a DevOps process. That means DevOps is behind every product, every website, every software. Okay, so now who is a DevOps engineer? In simple terms, who is a DevOps engineer? So DevOps engineer is an IT professional, guys, okay, who works with software developers, system operators, and other production staff. So why I'm saying is an IT professional. Now, previously, if you go to any college, right, any engineering college, any BCom college, you see, they'll teach you first something called C++, Java, okay, database. So this kind of a technology will be common. But now I say this dev market is very low. The operation is very high. Why? In simple terms, right? Take one example. Okay, just simple example. You take it. Go to your Amazon website or go to your Mintra website. Anything is fine. Go to Amazon, go to Mintra. Anything is fine. Okay. Go to Amazon, go to Mintra, whichever is fine, and just check here. Do you see this? Lot of change in the website daily. Hardly we see a change, right? Whenever there is a sale day. That means when initially this website is getting built, when initially this Amazon website was getting built, there was lot of demand for a developer, huge demand. There's a huge demand for developer when the developer. Then, but once the website is built, hardly we see a change. One or two products getting added, a new product getting added, right? So hardly this work for a developer. But once the website is up, now the actual work starts for the DevOps. Operation guys comes into picture until Amazon is closing the business. That means till the website is up, there's a job for DevOps engineer. That means imagine that how many websites are there in this entire Imagine that how many websites are this entire world? Infinite. You can't even count that many websites are there in the world. So imagine that behind every website you require a DevOps engineer, because DevOps DevOps tools are managing. That means what happened is, initially, to manage this process, they wanted a life cycle. What is a life cycle? A life cycle is something which will give a proper planning, proper code, proper integration, proper testing, proper deployment, right? So simple terms, what happened is, to build any product you require little bit of planning. Okay, without planning you don't build a product or a software or website. You require to do a build and code for a website or any product. Integration, in connecting with multiple different tools or something. Then testing, then deploying. That means putting in the test environments, change, deploying it, giving to the customers for verifying. Those are sample things, right? And then feedback from the customers, how it is working, how is your experience, right? Anywhere, right? You see today you order a food in Zomato, they'll ask you feedback, how is the food? That is also a product, right, which they are selling it, right? So service given to you. Same thing when you buy electronics from Amazon or Flipkart or anywhere, they'll ask you a review. Can you write a review how the product is there? Or they'll ask you a review, right? Same way here also they ask you feedback. And then you have an improvement. Today you see you have iPhone 15, then iPhone 15 plus came, then iPhone 16 is going to come, right? So why there's an improvement? Why didn't they stop at iPhone 3, 4, 5? That is enough, right? Why they want to go till 16? Because customer is expecting improvement. You see olden cars, today's car, lot of difference. You see today's TVs, olden TVs, lot of difference, right? Nokia phones, previously you have a box kind of a small phones, now to have a touch screen phones, right? And monitoring is done behind every product, every software. That is why you get a software updates in your phone. That is why your smart TV gets the software updates, right? So everything is getting monitored. So this life cycle is what, behind this life cycle they have the technology. Now where is the technology? From that time I'm saying that DevOps is a process. Then where is the technology? So what happened is, to implement this process of DevOps, they wanted a life cycle. They brought a life cycle. But to implement this life cycle, they wanted a DevOps tools. That is where, to implement the entire process of DevOps, they wanted a technology called DevOps technology, where they have set of tools. So we don't have a coding, we don't have a programming. We have set of open source tools which are available in the market. Okay, so we'll be learning that tools. That means to implement the entire process of DevOps, they wanted a technology called DevOps technology. Okay, that is where, behind every website, behind every product, behind every software, today DevOps is sitting. That's the reason, right? Your YouTube, have you seen YouTube going down anytime? Have you seen your Netflix going time? Or have you seen your Instagram or WhatsApp, right? Early in the morning we wake up, so we see the Instagram, WhatsApp, right? So if you see that, have it's gone down anytime? You saying that Instagram is down, you can't access now, wait for some time. Or did your WhatsApp say that WhatsApp is down, or a Facebook down? Never it went down. Why it didn't went down? Did you ever thought that why it is not going down? Because your DevOps tools are sitting behind this website, and your cloud like your Azure or any other clouds are sitting behind these websites to manage the load, manage the data. That is where your DevOps comes into picture. And now very first question arises. Okay, we'll come back to this one. Very first question arises, where all this DevOps is used? Question arises. Now you're looking, right, early in the morning you use your WhatsApp, Instagram, or some use LinkedIn, some read the newspaper, some listen the songs, you watch so many movies. Okay, Netflix, Amazon Prime. How do you think that much data is stored? Is it stored in your laptop? It's not stored in the laptop, it's stored in the cloud. And you go to any country today, you can download your Aadhaar card. That is possible. Your website is open. How do you think your Aadhaar card can be downloaded from anywhere? How do you think you can download your any kind of a file stored in the cloud, or your Gmail access from anywhere? How do you think it is accessible anywhere in the country? Because that is kept in the cloud data center. That means the data center of the cloud is available all over the world. That's why today everything is stored in the cloud. The cloud is nothing but a data center. It's a location where your data is kept. That is all over the regions. So today you see your software. How many software companies are there? Lot of software companies. Every city has lot of like thousands of companies are there, right? So every company requires a website. Okay, where you can read your careers, where you can read about the product they're selling, right? So now imagine that how many websites are there for the software company. A lot of websites. So that means you have a job in the software, automobile industry, you have a two-wheeler, four-wheeler, commercial vehicles, right? You have a multiple vehicles there which are available. Every vehicle company require a website. You see Maruti Suzuki has a website, Skoda has a website, your Toyota has a website, your MG Hector is a website. So likewise Tata Motors has a website, right? So a lot of company has a websites. Behind every website you require a DevOps engineer to sit so that website can be 24/7 available and the data is coming from the cloud. So insurance, just type in Google best insurance in India. You'll get 100 plus companies, and every company has a website. So imagine that your job is not only in one industry. Search in every industry, guys. It's not just people are searching only in the software so that people say that there's less openings. We're not seeing openings. I'm not getting called. Why you will get a call? Search in every place. When you register with Naukri or any other website, there's an option to select which industries you want to go with. IT, you want to go with automobile, you want to go with insurance. Select all of those, because your automobile industry also require a engineer, because your when a car building process happens, there are DevOps process required. Okay, website requires a process. Your financial institutes like your credit card department, your loan department, your home loan department, everything has separate websites. Today banking is online. Every bank has a website. You do a online with a mobile, right? Sending your Google Pay, Phone Pay, okay, all this using a PayPal, using your any other Amazon Pay, right? All these things is there, right? So all these things are different done by your online. So banks also has a DevOps engineer, guys, and banks pays the highest salary for DevOps. Citibank pays 20 lakhs for a fresher. Okay, ICICI banks pays 14 lakhs for a fresher. Likewise, your company like PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, okay, all this pays 14 lakhs for a fresher starting. Internship is 50K for starting. Imagine how much experience guy would be getting. So you're searching only in the one industry. Don't search that, because this is like lot of places you'll get a job. Social media like Facebook is a company, you'll get a lot of job. If you're healthcare services, you have a job in even medical side, right? When you see this medical side, you have a lot of pharmaceutical companies which require DevOps engineer. Your electrical, okay, a lot of electrical company like even the government jobs are there for DevOps. Education institutes are there which are providing educational to students. There also today you're connected with your go.me too, that is also a company. Your e-commerce websites, all these websites has jobs. So one thing, guys, all these websites are only used by educated people. All these websites are only used by educated people. Then you're wrong. Even villagers use today YouTube, Netflix. They use your websites to search. They have their banking done online. So imagine that your entire population is using this website. So imagine how many jobs are there. As soon as your population grows, the demand for the DevOps engineer jobs grows. That's why the jobs are growing today. It's not because of technology booming. Technology is already booming. Technology is in the market, but main reason is the population is growing. So imagine today, if 2 lakh people are logging into this, or imagine like 1 million are logging into people, then tomorrow there is one more year, after 1 year or 2 years, there are chances that 1.5 million, 2 million people will log into this website. So how many people are required to sit behind this website to manage the website? We are not managing manually. Our DevOps tools are managing, and we are learning the DevOps tools, and we are learning cloud to manage the data behind it. That's the reason today the demand is growing. Today the demand is growing for this, and lot of places. And also, if you are a fresher and whose age is below 26 years, there is a government job for you. If you see the DRDO, heard about this? Central government jobs are there. Your government jobs are like, if you heard about this BHL Hall, there also require DevOps engineers. And if you heard about a company, airport company called Airport Authority of India (AI), starting they pay 11 lakhs for Indian currency. And lot of openings are there in Canada. Lot of openings are there in US, London, right? Because we have a students who learn this, because there's a lot of demand in the market. So they are already learning, studying in US, Canada, right? They come and we have seen early in the morning batches. Last year students, a lot of people join us. Okay, and then also there are like people who are migrating to other countries, right? They also learning from here. They're going here. So because the demand is high outside, also in India. Okay, that first you understand, because what you want to see is, don't worry about the technology, guys. Technology you learn it. Don't worry that you have a confusion in the mind that Will I able to learn the technology? No, you learn it. If you pass the 3 years of your college, 4 years of a college, this is not a miracle. It's just one subject out of that. You'll easily learn it. But now the main thing is your journey. Understand that, am I in the right path? Am I taking a right step in my journey? Because DevOps is a one journey where you have seen a lot of growth, say. So research everything, guys. You have to research yourself. It's not that if I search, if I put more about DevOps, it will be like a marketing. I don't want to do it. Search yourself. How many companies are using DevOps? If the company don't use DevOps, who will give you a job? Your Netflix is using a DevOps, guys. Industry is using DevOps. Search it, right? Companies using DevOps. Search everywhere. Amazon using it. Okay. Netflix is using it. Okay. Your father of DevOps. So multiple companies are using it. Search everywhere. Lot of companies are there which are using this one. Okay. Then search for companies using Azure. Lot of companies are using Azure. Okay, market is going towards Azure. It was previously AWS. Now companies are moving to Azure because of the cost. Okay, and search lot of companies are there. So just put your effort, search everywhere wherever you have yes Azure and everything. Take your time and search it because the salary, a basic salary for a Indian, it is too much. Any other technology, even the Java developers are getting hardly 3.54, not more than that. So imagine the range for this. Lot of demand is there, guys. Okay, lot of demand, lot of openings. It's only you require a lot of research. See, 7 days ago, full time, right? Just okay, 3 days ago, lot of openings are there. Lot of openings are coming for search for DevOps engineer. You get a lot of openings. So just put your effort in searching. That is what he requires. So first step is the journey. Research, take your time, put your effort, see the salary is important, say so the salary, search for the position, what is the position. Okay, coming to the work, I'll explain you, don't worry about that. When I explain this diagram, you'll get an end-to-end picture. Okay, when we start the course, I'll give you a picture of this diagram where I'll speak more about this, how your work style will be there. Okay, what kind of a, how much is the pressure, how much is the flexibility you have, all that things I'll put effort in this. Okay, so now it's time for you to research all these things before you jump into the course. Okay, and don't worry that how this course will be there, is it difficult to learn? Nothing is difficult, it's very easy, and everything is available in Google. Best thing, it's not like a Java, you learn the entire course here, and then what happens, when you go to a company, they ask you to apply the logic. That is different thing, that doesn't work here. Whatever you see in the screen, whatever is going to teach you here, everything is exactly same in the company. Each and every command, each and every process, because I am working, right, I'm a working professional. So whatever I am working, the same thing I'm going to put in front of you, so that your life becomes easy. When you enter in the company, you don't require much grooming, you're already groomed from here. Okay, so that is where we are training you here. Okay, so that is where we are training you here to understand this one. So understand, guys, the demand is there in every industry. Okay, demand is there in every industry. Every industry requires a website, every industry requires your DevOps and Azure engineers, where you require cloud people. Okay, so demand is more. So understand the flow about it. Fine, now come back. Last 5 minutes I'll take it, and then I'll open for question and answers. So DevOps should have a hard skill and soft skills. You require little bit of skills, and DevOps requires scripting knowledge. No coding, scripting. What do you mean by scripting? Don't think scripting is that something where you have you have a coding. No, you have a 10 commands. Okay, you have certain 10 commands, 20 commands are there, where you're running a sequential order, executing it. Put that 10 commands in a file. Okay, the called .sh file, and just run that file. It will run a sequential order. So scripting is not a miracle, it's an automation. What is the manual process you're doing, you'll be automating that. Here we'll be learning Ansible scripting, Jenkins file scripting, Terraform scripting, and yes, shell scripting. So we'll be covering all the scripting into here in one course. We'll be covering all these things, what industry is demanding today. Fine, coming to your roles and responsibility. DevOps engineer is full time, there's no contract. You hardly find a contract. That contract is there because company has a policy that you can't help it, but there's no contract jobs because already the people are very less, this demand is more. Okay, and we are responsible for managing the application platform. That means we are responsible for managing the website, not the coding. Website has an error, that is the issue with the developer. We are making sure our DevOps tools are sitting behind a website and making it 24/7 available. That's why today You open any website, it is running 24/7. Just search for Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar, your Geo Cinemas, search everything. You'll find that behind every website, DevOps is there. Behind every website, DevOps tools are there. And where is the data stored? It's a cloud. That is your Azure or AWS, any cloud which your company uses. So mostly demand is for Azure now. So go with it. Next year you try to develop a skill for AWS. It is similar pattern. What you learn in Azure, it's similar pattern. Fine. And then after next year, go for a one more cloud called GCP. You will have a multi-cloud knowledge, which will have a more weightage. Fine. Now, DevOps should have a strong skill of CI/CD. People will be having this word mostly CI/CD. Continuous integration, continuous deployment. That means something you're continuously developing and something you're continuously delivering in the market. That is what the CI/CD comes into picture. And you should have one of the cloud like Azure, AWS, GCP. Go with Azure this year. Next year, go for GCP. Next year, go for AWS. Fine, which will have a multi-cloud. So both are all a similar patterns but different clouds. And troubleshooting, behind every tool I'll be teaching you 10 steps of troubleshooting. Okay, we have a good troubleshooting notes which I have written here. We'll be doing that practicals to understand the daily. I'll be giving some scenarios how the failure comes. Okay, how to troubleshoot that. Okay, all that things will be learning when we do the daily practicals. Then so managing all the infrastructure of the cloud, we'll be learning the end-to-end flow. I told you, right, how to create your VPC networks, how to attach a load balancer, how to create your own websites, then how do you manage the auto scaling, how do you attach a disk, detach a disk, all that things related to administration I'll be covering here. Okay, then you have scripting, automation scripting. We are already doing that, Terraform, Ansible, your shell scripting. We are doing this one, right? So this is what you require it. So and you don't worry that you'll not get a good amount of job. It's like all small job also, because DevOps is mostly infrastructure job. Okay, where you have infrastructure, okay, build management, all these jobs. So you don't have a coding, so everything is tool level. Whatever you work in the tool. Okay, everything you do in the tool, so that is easy to learn. And every solution is there in the market. Every solution is there in the market. So that is the beauty of DevOps. That's why people are moving, right? Why people are moving to DevOps? Because it has a lot of flexibility. When you learn this DevOps, right, you can go as a DevOps engineer, you can go as a Azure cloud, okay, you can go as a Azure DevOps engineer, okay. So all these different patterns are there. Okay, different patterns are there where you can get a job. You can go as a Linux admin also with a DevOps and Linux tool. You can go with the combination of this. So when you get a profile, right, you'll see this all these combinations. So it's not that you're learning 15 tools, you'll be working 15 tools in the company. No, it depends upon company to company. Some company says I want a DevOps enabled Linux knowledge and 3 tools of your DevOps like a Jenkins, Kubernetes, Docker. Okay, and a little bit of Azure knowledge. It depends on the company's product, right? It doesn't mean you're learning 15 tools, you'll be daily working on 15 tools. No, it's the flexibility of the company. So you also get a flexibility there where you get a less burden on your head, but the get same salary you're getting. That is what the benefit, and people are taking a journey of DevOps from them. That is what people are going here. Fine. So this is what your DevOps. So understand that every industry is using a DevOps. Every industry is making use of DevOps. So take that, understand that step, how this industry is using, and what level of work will be there. Okay, and you'll be working on this cloud service where this is like your portal where you get this complete cloud services. We'll be covering the complete infrastructure cloud. Platform is for developers, not for us. We'll be covering the complete cloud part, infrastructure cloud services, all the clouds are related to your compute, your storage, your network. Okay, all these things will be putting effort in doing this one. Okay, this is where your cloud comes into picture. So everything is explained detailed in detail in your syllabus part. You can go through. You have a doubts, come back with us anytime. You want a call with me, you can call. Okay, fine. So now let's open for question and answer, then I'll take you to the next part of it. So at least I hope 1% you got it where this DevOps is used. Every industry is using DevOps, guys. Understand that first understand the importance of DevOps. Because if you're stepping something into a course, first see what is the demand. What is the demand for next 15-20 years? What is the salary I'm going to get? Because end of the day is salary. Okay, it's not the technology which you're going to take home, it's not the company which you're going to take home, it's the salary which you're going to take home. So put effort in the salary, put see in the career. Are there in the senior engineers, are there specialists in the LinkedIn somewhere, are there managers of DevOps? It's not that you just work as an engineer but you never grow in your career. That should not happen, right? So you should get the positions and the salary also which people are getting today. So research everywhere. take your step, okay, and decide it. Fine. Let's open for question and answers. Then I'll take you to the next part of this, where we'll speak more about your DevOps certification, etc. Things we'll speak about it. Fine. So, any questions, guys? Any queries? Any doubts you have? Okay, so this is the demo is short, so I'm not drawing any technical diagram, but your technical diagram will be drawn. We'll be drawing this technical diagram, understanding its flows when we start the classes. When you start the classes, I'll give you a detailed information each and every tool where it is used in the real time. I'll be teaching you this completely in the real time, explaining each and every website available in the market, right? So we'll be taking few examples of websites. We'll be seeing the flows, how that works, how the architecture works. We'll be learning about that. Fine. Any question, guys? Open for any questions. I'll take 5 to 10 minutes pause and then I'll drive it. Okay. I'll drive the next part of that.
Is there any coding needed for that?
No, no, no. I clearly told, right? No programming knowledge. So don't require any kind of a knowledge here. We don't do any programming. It's not required. We are doing the code. We are learning the automation. We are automators, DevOps automators. Developers are coders. We don't do coding. That is for development. Any other question, guys? Any other doubt? Feel free, guys. Feel free to ask. Don't hesitate.
Hey, hi, Sudhi here.
Yeah.
So, as of now, I'm working on Salesforce DevOps. Same. I know
Mm.
DevOps and everything is there. And currently, I'm working in Accenture, Salesforce DevOps. So now I want to, actually, I got one more project to build. I'm lead actually. So I want to
Okay.
build another project with say DevOps, Azure Devops. So I already took so many interviews in that, and yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, so much demand is there in market. So many
Okay.
resources are there, but not that much experience and knowledge on Azure Devops, and we are looking for that. That's the reason. Instead of taking, I'm only trying to take the knowledge on Azure Devops as well, so that I can build
Okay.
myself having this. I already took couple of Azure DevOps resources. So no, that's another thing. So what I'm asking, so you already mentioned in the screen, Terraform is also there. I know Jenkins and
Mm.
Ansible these things. So when you teach the Terraform, so is the subject will be useful to go for certification as well?
Yeah. Subject will
Yeah.
be helpful certification as well. So what we're learning
Yes.
is we're learning from the official website, so that
Hmm.
knowledge is sufficient for your certification as well.
So same for Azure DevOps as well. So we can go with certification with this knowledge.
So Azure DevOps also. So we are covering
Mm.
this here. So the certification level, there are two types, guys. So understand that Azure Administration and Azure DevOps Engineer. So this Azure Administration is question and answer. First thing is like question and answer kind of thing. This is a level one. Level two is a practical. So level one, I'll be covering most of the thing, but here you have to learn lot of. You have to put lot of. You have to learn lot of question and answer. Going to official website, learning the theory and everything. Okay, I'll be covering like 70% of the theory. Here also I'm covering 70 to 80% of the practical, but there are beyond this there are few more things which are not in the syllabus but in the Azure website, like a kind of theory of the thing. So for the Azure certification, what you need to do is when you register certification, they'll give you some dumps, they'll give you some links. Okay, whatever teaching that is there in the subject, but beyond that there's a little bit more theory. That theory you have to learn it, so then you can go certification. So they are, because that content is like that. Okay, the syllabus part is like that, that is defined it. So what are we going to learn here, that is there almost 70 to 80%, but still there is like 20 to 30% which you need to cover as part of theory, that you have to learn in the, that you'll get when you register with them. They'll give you some links and dumps, and they'll give certain period. Within this period you have to register, within that period you have to learn it. That is where, if you're a developer, for developer also there is a path where you can go with this Azure developer one.
Thank you.
So because this is more of not a subject oriented classes, this is more of the real time. How do you run your project? How do you work inside a project? Okay, how the real flows looks, how do you deliver a product to a customer? Okay, how do you work on the customer side? So that is what it's planned more. So always certifications are not intact with your work. Certifications are always different with your work. So Don't compare certification with your work. That would be completely different. The same as like when you learn in a college. Something you learn in the college that doesn't work in your company, right? Same thing here also it's applicable. Fine. Any more questions, guys? Any more queries? Any more doubts?
Yes, I have one question. Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yes.
So I have a 10 years of experience. Currently, I'm working
Okay.
as a quality and compliance team. So I'm completely from
Okay.
non-technical background. So
Okay.
for a growth issue, I want to learn this Azure Devops. So how it will
Mm-hmm.
work for me, as I already have 10 years of experience.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter you have 10 years, you have 15 years, or you have 20 years. So you'll be going as a team lead after 10 years. You'll be working as team lead. Learn this DevOps, and apart from this DevOps, there's something called a Scrum Master course. You'll get in this Udemy or somewhere. Scrum Master in your company also, if they have something called Scrum Master role, okay,
So Agile
where you
Scrum
have
Master.
this, yeah, Scrum Master,
Okay,
DevOps Scrum
okay.
Master. There's a DevOps as an Agile
DevOps Scrum.
Process Scrum Master. That Scrum Master certification, if you do it, okay, in your company only they'll give it. You can go as a DevOps team lead or as a DevOps manager. There are some companies they accept as a manager also. You can go with this.
Mhm.
So because you just need a process knowledge, you need little bit of technical overview, and you can drive a team with that. Because you have a good engineer sitting behind you, you'll be managing. Your work is just managing the project, okay, managing the technical part of this. The rest your engineers will manage you if you want, or you can go as an engineer also. So because we are teaching this course nearly like for a 12 years, guys, because all my experience which I have there, I'm putting in this. We are preparing a syllabus putting here. So this course is equivalent to 12 years. Okay, it's not just a fresher level of course. We are teaching equivalent to 12 years. I'll be driving with you all the examples, all the scenarios here, so that you'll get the entire flow. How to prepare for interview, how to speak in the interview, how do you how do you manage your product, how do you manage your flow. That also I'll tell you. So
After
only
learning
thing
this,
is that
can I go as a fresher or
no, you go as experience. Don't go as a fresher.
experience?
Just convert your resume, guys. Just convert your resume into DevOps. Okay. Just convert your DevOps. Maybe you can just convert 5 years into DevOps, and 5 years you can go as an older one as a support engineer. See, your experience which was there previously doesn't matter. Why? Because every person has a right to switch. Every person has a right to switch to technology. So it all matters how do you deliver your content in the interview. That makes the difference. Again, I'm saying it's all what you deliver in your interview. If your interview goes well, if they like your mindset, you're in the company. So don't think that just technical knowledge will give me interview clearance. No, that is wrong. Interview is divided into two parts because I take a lot of interviews. It's all depends upon 50% is technical. Okay, that how do you ask? We ask more on scenario based questions, more on no one is going to ask you procedures, no one is going to ask you commands. It's all about your process, how do you deliver, how do you work, which things works where. That is where. Second thing is your mindset, how matured you are, how good you are handling in a team, okay, how well you are handle the pressures, okay, all these things matter. So it doesn't matter. Even there are certain companies where will people will just talk to you, understand what level you are, what is the mindset, and they go with the person. They say that once you come in, we'll teach you a process. Because company, any company you go, no one will give you the complete system in your hand and say that go and work on the project. That doesn't work because every company has a standard. Once you go inside, 3 months or 6 months, they'll be training on the process. If you do the daily work, day on day to work, what is daily work they are giving you, or day to day activities which you give you, the complete daily process, if you do it properly, then you go on with the flow, right? You don't need it. By that 6 months, you learn a lot of things and you move on from there. So don't think that interview is just technical. That is wrong. There are some companies which don't even ask technical. They'll tell you that we will teach you technical, but they say that we can't teach you mindset, we can't teach you patience, we can't teach you your maturity. That is not possible. So they want a matured person who has not only technical skills but also other skills which are required to managing the team, which requires a culture to work with the team. So go as an experience. Do not waste your experience. Okay, you just give one interview, you'll understand the complete story, how to proceed from there. Just convert your resume and just go from there for one interview. Rest of the interviews you'll understand. The next 4 to 5 interviews you'll get a job. So don't worry about that. Don't anytime don't convert your experience to fresher and go via fresher. Don't do that. Your hard work is there in the last 10 years. Convert and go. I'll tell you how to convert, how to do that. I'll tell you. Don't worry about that. There are people who are 14 years working in the Google Maps and now they are learning DevOps and moving on and they got a job. So don't worry about that. Okay. There are 17 years guys also who came, who learned, who went as a manager. So don't do that. Your experience is very important. Move on with the experience. Anyone it is.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Any more questions? Any more doubts? It's just matter of 1 hour, guys. Just give an interview. I say learn this course, give an interview. You'll understand the entire process. You yourself will groom for the DevOps and you'll move on from there. Okay, you don't need to do anything. That is just an experience. That experience is required for you where it will build a confidence in you. Nothing else you need to do that. Because interview teaches a lot of things. I'll tell you, right? Interview teaches your patience. Interview will teach you the mindset, how to speak. The interview will teach you what exactly people are asking, that you'll get to know from that. So everything you learn from the interview, just go and sit in the interview. Don't worry whether you answer, you don't answer, just don't worry. Just go sit in the interview, go with the flow, and then learn from there. When the failure comes, right, automatically the success is reached at that particular time. That happens. Fine. Let's, anyone, any question, any queries, any doubts?
Yeah, this is Shweta. So, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. So, what is your commitment for the timeline of the completion of this course? This
This
is all
course
the
will
course.
go around 2.5 months. Minimum is 2.5 months.
Okay.
Maybe of 10 days of buffer here and there I'll keep it. Because if there are public holidays or if there are like some unknown situation where like we need
Okay.
to give a leave due to some holidays or something. So in that situation we have 2.5 months and 10 days buffer. So
So,
max,
nothing beyond that, right?
nothing beyond that. We don't extend because we have a regular class. Daily there's a class. Monday to Saturday there's a class. Okay, Sunday is
Okay.
only 1 day holiday. Monday to Saturday there's a class. 6 days continuous classes will be there. And in certain cases, if we feel we have to extend for half an hour, in the weekends I'll be extending 1 half an hour. Depends upon the topic. If the topic is half covered, we are left in the middle. So I need to extend half an hour, 1.5 hour max. We don't rush it and we don't extend the timeline as well. On time we'll be giving you the course.
Okay. This is an extension of the earlier question. So, after your
Extension
Azure
of,
say, earlier question, uh,
okay.
after your Azure training, right, will you be able to take the Azure 900 course? I mean, the
Yeah,
certification
yeah.
and all.
You
Will
can
we
check the
be
syllabus
capable
part.
of
You
doing
can
that?
check it, verify, and come back. Yeah, we can take it. I told you right. Any course you go, this will give you 70 to 80%. Beyond that, 20 to 30% is theoretical part which you need to learn. Okay, that we can't help because that is a pattern of the interview part. So you have to learn that.
Okay.
But I recommend don't go for certification right now. Go for certification after working for 1 year. Okay.
Okay.
So I recommend don't go for certification right now. I recommend go for certification after 1 year. Once you join a company, they will spend for certification on you money. Money is not a matter. Why I'm saying, because once you start learning, you get some real time knowledge. So there are certain scenario based questions they'll ask you. It's not just say straightforward question and answer is there. No, there are certain scenario based questions where they'll ask you. This understanding comes when you start working on the actual projects where you discuss in the daily scrum calls, daily meetings, what you discuss. That knowledge will help you here. So I recommend at least wait for 6 months when you start your journey of DevOps and then go for certification. Don't think certification is just certification. If I have only again I'll get a call for interview. No, that is wrong. That conception is wrong. We have people from IIT IM guys who have a 6 7 certification in the resume, but when we ask a basic question they don't have. Will you take them in the companies? We don't hire them because certification doesn't prove that you're talented. It's all what you speak, how confidently you speak, how well you answer that question, how well you give your understanding, how well you show your maturity, your mindset. That is what we wanted, because we want a matured person. Tomorrow you interact with any customer, any other team, your maturity, the way you take your decision matters here. It doesn't matter that you are a good certified engineer that will give a job. No, that doesn't matter, because everything is there in the Google, guys. We don't want a people who have a knowledge, or we who have a excellent knowledge. We don't know. We want a people who has a mindset first, who has a mindset to take a product to a direction which is driving to the market. Okay, so everything is there in the internet today. Technology is there, which is there in the YouTube, which is there in the Google, which is there in the multiple sites. So a lot of people, company itself will give you a course, Udemy course open for you, where you can learn a number of things. So don't think that only technical thing is what will drive me to the journey of my what do you call job. No, that is wrong. Put everything, when you learn also, right, try to convert the knowledge into real time. That is what I teach you. I'll make you sure that your mind reaches to the real time, how in the day-to-day life a product is used, how in the day-to-day life a software is used. Think in that time and understand. It's not just by hearting and going with the flow. We are not doing that one. We understand the real time, because in the interview what we see is, we see your mindset, we see your maturity, we see the level of answer. It's not that you're giving a bookish level of definition to me and we are selected. No, that is not we wanted. Already that bookish knowledge is there in my computer. Why do I want to ask you? We are not checking there any kind of a technical much of skills. We're just saying that, is this person capable of learning? Is this person capable of grooming himself? Is this person has a good mindset? Is this person has a maturity? That is what the interview will see, the first thing. Remember that thing. Don't think that only I'll learn the course, I'll get a job. That is wrong conception. Again, I'm saying, I have taken more than like 4,000 plus interviews, okay, where we have drive this. When I was in TCS, a lot of interviews I have taken. So that interviews are like, we just reject this person in first 10 minutes in this self-introduction itself. If the self-introduction is not good, I will not proceed the interview also. We'll just disconnect the call there itself. There itself, we stop the call. We just ask one or two questions for formality. We'll move on from there, because the maturity matters a lot today. Okay, that's very important. The way of your mindset, the way you think, the way you answer, that matters, because the real time knowledge is required, the understanding of the live product is required. So certification I don't recommend anyone, because after 2 years or 1.5 year, that is that expire, again you have to write a course. What is use of them? First, crack the interview, show your maturity, speak about what you know, how much you have learned, everything. Go into a company, spend your 1 year there, and then go for certification for a growth, next level of growth. That makes a difference. But don't do a certification, put a lot of pressure in your mind, and then go. No, read more. I say read more content, speak more, because in the interview no one will give you a computer and say go and type, execute this one. We don't have time. We have 20 minutes of time. In that 20 minutes you have to prove yourself. That means speak. Guys, keep speaking, keep learning. Your learning, your understanding, speaking will help you to step into a company. Once you go inside a company, don't worry about that. Things will go in a process. They'll give you a KD, they'll give you a format, how to work and etc. Things that will go in a format. You'll go, you'll start a journey. Don't worry about your existing experience, your existing knowledge. That is there itself with you, but move on from here. Fine. Hope that
Yeah.
answers your questions. Still you have any
Yeah.
doubt?
No, no, thank you.
Any more questions? Any more doubt? Any more queries? Fine. No questions? No. Come. Accelerating current DevOps and Azure. First thing, guys, gain the complete skills. Gain the complete skills. Okay. Have a proper roadmap. Learning curve is very important. Why? Because start with Linux fundamental. Okay. Don't program is not applicable for you. It is for developers. Linux fundamental is very important. Your hands on, because what is happening is today in the journey of DevOps, what will happen? You'll move into the command line. Till now, you might be Windows, you'll be working with the Linux or something, you'll be working the Windows graphical user, right? But now we drive in the command line. So your hand should become free first. Your finger should play in the keyboard. That is what required. And then we start with the DevOps journey, where we'll speak about multiple tools for the multiple services. We'll go in a flow, understand that, do some projects, get your clarity, prepare for your interview questions. Then we'll jump into the cloud. Okay, that is how the journey goes. Okay, in the flow. Okay, these three parts, and then get certification of Azure Professional when you work for 6 to 1 year. Okay, because there you get a real time scenario knowledge that will help you. And then understand the market, guys. Check everywhere how much job is there, how much salary is there, okay, what is the growth, which companies are using this, okay, what level of experience they are seeing. Research everything. That is what you require here. Check for the analysis, analyze the market, just type, compare what is a good course, or what is the journey of DevOps, okay, how much demand is there in the market. Research everything and know your salary end of the day. Don't think that today I'm getting just for 9 years I'm getting 9 lakhs in a service based company. Don't think you'll get it. There are chances that the 9 into 4 will convert into 36, because DevOps salary starts for a basic starts with 10 lakhs for a service based company today. 6, 8, almost like some companies are giving 6 to 10 lakhs for service based companies. For a product based company, they're starting at 12 to 14 lakhs for a fresher. Beyond that also is there. And when you have experience, the experience goes into like experience into 3 is for your service based company, experience into 4 and experience into 5 is your product based company. For example, if you are 9 years, so experience into 4 is your salary which a product based company gives, and expense into 3 is your which your service based company gives. So salary is there, guys. Only thing you have to ask. If you don't ask, then it's your mistake, right? But there's a lot of demand for it. Okay, lot of demand for it. So check all these details, go with the roadmap, check your salaries. Okay, certification, there are a lot of tool level certifications are there which you can do it. And this is the course of Azure which you have administration question answer. This is easy to do it. This is little bit practical. Here you require a real time scenarios to work on it. Fine. Fine. Any questions, guys? Any queries, any doubts? Okay. So coming to a technical diagram, we'll be driving this into your day-to-day courses. I'll be driving the technical diagram when we start the course. Okay, that time we'll understand. So now it's your time, a high time to research where is DevOps used, where is Azure used, where is how many openings are there, what is the salary, what is the demand. Research everything, guys, before you step into the journey. Research each and everything. Take your time. Lot of people give you suggestion in the Glassdoors, ambition.com, YouTube. Take a effort, put in this, because once you start a journey should start with your DevOps course and with an destination where you get a job. So when you're putting an effort, put in 100%. Okay. When you're starting a journey, start in 100%. Give you 100%. Okay. There is a lot of demand for it. Lot of good salaries are there. Lot of opportunities in the outside world as well. Okay. A lot of on-site opportunities are there for DevOps, because 70% of the cloud is available in the US, Canada, UK, Germany, all these places. So put your effort, you get a good, have a good journey there where you reach a good career step, right? So have research, take your time, put your questions there, right? If you still have any questions, anything you want to reach, you can reach me anytime. Okay, call me anytime wherever you want. If you want to have any kind of a conversation which you can't speak here, you feel that I want to take it personally, reach out to this number, they'll have a conference with you. Okay. And maybe from Tuesday we are starting this session. Okay, Tuesday morning 6 o'clock the session will start. And like maybe 6 o'clock would be a little bit early for you, I guys, I believe. So what will I like 1 or 2 weeks this will drive for 6 o'clock, and then we'll move to 7 o'clock. Permanently 7 o'clock will be your timing. Fine. Maybe like initial timing it will be 6, because there's an adjustment for technical issues are there a little bit, that will be there, and then we'll be completely to 7 o'clock. Maybe 6 o'clock would be very early for you guys. That's the reason. So we'll be moving to a 7 o'clock where you will be having like continuous journey from there. Right. So Tuesday your session will start. First session will be starting with your few prerequisites, understanding this complete journey, so that you can start your course smoothly. Fine. So I'm not driving technical diagram because it will be very much for you, but I'll take you behind every tool. I'll be drawing this technical diagram to make you the entire flow, and then we'll be going with the flow diagrams. We'll have a lot of flow diagrams for your end-to-end flows. I'll be teaching you every architecture here in terms of your cloud, in terms of your DevOps, right? So you'll be getting that cloud diagrams. Okay. Any question, guys? Any questions? Because this demo is very short, because I have a limited time. I can't help here. Okay. Even if I put lot of things in front of you, you will get confused. So step by step things will come out. You'll understand step by step. But do your research first. Okay. Before you come to us, your research is required. Fine. Okay then. Any question? Any more question? Any more doubts? Any more
Yeah,
queries?
Hi, do you share the recorded sessions once the class is done? And
Yes, yes, definitely. You'll be getting complete recorded sessions in your drive. Okay, see this, your notes, right? Every notes is here, which you share with you. Whichever classes you have, will be sharing your entire notes here. Okay, so don't worry about that notes. Everything what I do here is in your bucket. Okay, everything which is there in here is in your bucket. If you see here, all these notes will come to you in the drive along with the recordings. Recordings are there, notes are there, diagrams are there, your PDFs are there. So everything will be putting in day and day. You can download it from here. You have a complete right to download. You will get it from here.
okay.
Any more questions? Any more queries? Any more doubts, guys? So timing is 6 to 7 Tuesday IST timing, and slowly we'll move to 7, guys. Okay, fine. Just 1.5 week that will drive, then we'll move on. Regularly, your classes start with 7 a.m. IST time. Maybe someone is from US, UK. Convert your timings accordingly. Fine. Any questions, any doubts, just reach out to that number. You'll get a recording of this. Okay, maybe it will go live in the YouTube in maybe in like once this video converts, right? Maybe in like 1 or 2 hours it will go in the live in the YouTube. Like a lot of sessions are in the YouTube which we deliver. Your session one, session two, session threes. So like first 5 to 6 sessions will be there in the YouTube. Okay, where we put it. A lot of people view that. Okay, people after this recordings also people will join. So there are few more people who will be joining us. Maybe they'll be go with the recording and joining us because maybe due to some time they couldn't join. But few more folks will be joining us. Okay, fine. So Tuesday same time 6 to 7. Okay. Any questions? Last 5 minutes open. Open for question and answers. Feel free, guys. Anything. Okay. I believe all the questions are answered. Still you have a doubt, reach out to them, call me directly. Don't hesitate. They'll do a conference with me and you can speak to me. Fine. Okay then, guys. Have a good day. Research yourself. Take some time, research everything, take a decision, and then go with this journey. Fine. See you on the day of Tuesday, 6 to morning. The first class is 6 to 7, which will be starting in the Tuesday morning, IST India timing. Okay. Okay then, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
Yeah, thank you.